Hey. Morning sunshines? Oh, what I mean, morning. It's evening. Evening, guys. How we doing? How we doing, eh? And Casa turning nuclear, eh? Boys. What's new? Hey, Wolf. Still pulled up? Well, currently we haven't pulled up anything. Let's just start. Let's start arting a river. Let's start arting, boys. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. What have you been up to, boys? How have you been? I'm sorry. We almost missed it, but hey, we're still here. We're still here. You know what I tell myself? That if I do my quick mission part of the day, it all counts, alright? At least for that, we're here. 9 PM arting session, hey. Ain't it something? Ain't it something, my guys? Yo, River, I've seen you've been pulling crazy numbers on your stream, dude. God damn, I should be worrying. That's the competition right here in my chat. Out competing me. Well deserved, bro. You're worrying me. I'm shaking. Just a little shaken, my man. Alright, those little things are... Three-step plan? Oh, sure. Or do you have Pretty involved in that now? Three-step plan for an illustration? Dude, I don't even have fucking three-step plans for my illustrations. I just have go. Just one part of the plan and the last one go. Umbrella. Twitch was blocking your chats. Alright, that's an excuse if I ever heard one. Goddamn. It was supposed not to war with hidden boobas and begging for likes to show full. Hey, you know the like undress game on Twitter? Like set amount of likes or retweets, it's like you'll be undressing her. How about you do that, huh? What, you didn't think I would be degenerate enough to know about it? That's a mistake, dude. You underestimated me. How many you have now? 3.4? Damn, dude, you're climbing fast. God damn. You're welcome, River. You're welcome. Dude, I couldn't break this streak. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going, boys. Plus, I nearly haven't worked today at all, so... I don't even know what the fuck I was doing today, dude. Suitless? Yes, as you can tell. I sort of woke up early to go get some... to go get groceries and get my coffee. Ended up getting some shit coffee that I didn't like. I think they accidentally charged me extra for it. They said 50 lari, but then they charged me 60. Which is fucking absurd, by the way. It's like... that's like... $25. That's a lot. Right, then I just don't know what else was I doing. Although one thing that I'm proud of myself for today is that I was able to communicate with an old Georgian lady in Georgian what I wanted to buy. I wanted to buy 4 kilograms of drumsticks, and I even remembered how to say 4 in Georgian. Well, that's not only just like hello and thank you. We're getting a little more vocabulary in Georgian now. You got a question for me? What is it, brother? What's up? But then after all that, I was thinking, dude, do I stream or do I go to the gym? Which I really wanted to go, but then I thought that, damn, dude, that's kind of my job. Like, what the hell am I doing? What am I choosing from? A hobby or a job? Like, what am I out of my mind now or something? Of course I gotta choose my job. Oh, did I said so, dude? I guess that was on my mind back then. In the goals of 2025 video, you mentioned you wanted to get better at line art. I don't remember if I said it then or I did not, but I wanted to add like a section of goals in just real life. Also in general, I wanted to mention that I wanted to travel the world and visit at least 5 different countries. I think I have not included that, and that would have flopped even harder than the line art portion. But basically at the start of the year, we were doing some line art. We were doing a little bit of that. It just all freaking went nowhere. I just I can show you what we've done. I think I have those saved up somewhere. I believe I've deleted them though. All the files that I've had. But there's somewhere in there, I don't recall. I think this is what they've been looking like. But yeah, I don't remember if I ever like completed any line art pieces. Remember while doing line art, I also kind of like was doing semi-painting on some of them. Yes, it's been so long since I have since I have drawn anything. Hey Pichu, it was nearly a year ago or something. From January or February or something like that. Long time ago. Well, start of 2025 basically. It comes like every year that I have like a little bit of a phase where I feel like I gotta do line art or like I want to do and then I run out of money and I get back to doing commissions and painting, and then I think to myself like, why did I waste all this time? Like, it's fun, it's cool, the viewership is higher on Twitch, that's for sure. People like seeing that stuff for some god-known reason. But then, you know, like, nobody pays you for it though. So you go back to doing commissions and practicing painting. Ain't even exaggerated, by the way. I was averaging like 50-60 viewers for every stream I was doing these. But in time you feel very strong about pursuing something, later down the line you don't feel it anymore. Yeah, the best course of action is like is the one that you correct along the way, right? Because like you can, I don't remember if I said that in the video, by the way. I probably didn't. But basically with your plans, isn't it crazy that if you're making plans for anything in life, you know the least amount of information you need to know about getting to your goals whenever you set up the plan. So to combat that, you actually gotta like revisit the plan and adjust it along the way. Alright, so if you think about it, you need to get from point A to point B. and then the more we go, the more information we have about about this whole way, about the path from point A to point B. But we set up the plan here, which is dumb, right? The most information, like we would have set up the best plan at the point B, but we obviously cannot do that because what's the point if you're already there? So you gotta just go and adjust a little bit. When it comes to play, you start reevaluating your projects real quick. Yeah. Happens real quick. That's right. Hey dude, thanks for checking out my videos, by the way. Sometimes people tell me that they watched my videos or like they mentioned something from them and I'm like, ah, what videos? I completely fucking forget that I used to put something out and like try to make videos. I will get onto them. Like I just you think that that shit is like full empty promise? It ain't. It ain't, I'm telling you. At some point, just as I promised that I'm gonna be productive and like streaming often, at some point I'll be doing videos often too. And you'll find like actual some helpful shit there. Or at least some honest stuff from myself. That's what I promise. You're gonna be calling out Mark Burnett left and right there. I'll I'll release Burnett files. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I mean, this idea, I kind of want to do videos about our process and just in general. You know, the ones that I'm mostly excited about and honestly kind of mostly proud of is just like mental stuff. So like, kind of like the struggles that I face, or like not even the struggles. Struggling is gay. Just like your kind of mindset and just like process, like mental side of things when it comes to art, because I think there's a lot about it and like people kind of either don't talk about it or don't see people talking about it. Well, there ain't any sharing or any thinking about it. And I think it's like very, very interesting and fun. Starting the beef out of nowhere. No, I probably wouldn't be doing that, dude. That's I'm joking about it, but like that would be so stupid to do so. Maybe at some point I would like bring him out as an example of like just those things kind of like not working as people think they are. But it would be like of no need to like start the beef. Because in reality, like, I have nothing against the guy, right? He's just like the he's just a good example of a thing just pulling kind of some kind of strategy that ain't working. Bro, I love the situation here, goddamn. And by the way, I didn't start the stream earlier because I had a call with my student just now. I was telling him about stealth edges and hard edges and contrast between those. Dude, he got insane progress. Like, I kind of already got to a point where I was like expecting for him to take my feedback quite slowly, because like there were like a couple of months where we were just, I mean, talking about nearly the same stuff, and now like he would kind of go back and forth, like do a little better or like do a little worse. But then like recent week he got some like mad progress. He like actually like soaked in that I was teaching him like a sponge. He went from just like crazy, messy, just no focus art with like just all kinds of like colors, saturation, just like, you know, very high contrast, a lot of just straight up white highlights, black dark shadows, and then from that to like a nice controlled range of values, readable silhouettes, and you know, all those stuff. Like I was actually just not believing my eyes looking at the stuff that he submitted to me. I didn't even know, like, damn, like what else is there can I teach him? But then yeah, just a bunch of stuff to think of. And I just kind of paid closer attention and figured out then the guy is pretty much only working with hard edge brushes, and like he never even does like a little soft gradient or anything. It's just always hard edge. And you can make that work, you can make soft transition with hard edge brushes. Like I even do that sometimes with like a little hatching area or like, you know, interesting brush work, but he ain't there yet. You know, we often used to like telling him about brush work, and I mean, to be honest, not like I know like a lot of theoretical stuff about brush work. So I just told him, brother, it's time to use some soft edge brush. It's time for some gradients. Uh, maybe I can show you before and after what we were talking about. Let me see. All right, so I'm gonna just show you this. So this is kind of one of the first arts that he, like from kind of the last, he kind of works for different people. He started getting commissions quite recently. So he did this art, and this is the feedback I kind of gave him. And like I was explaining him all the stuff and explaining it, that like, this is just too much, bro. Like, this is too bright, too dark at the same time. You know, you don't read the character, it's like all over the place. So I did this. I kind of combined the whole silhouette and shit. And then bro came back with this, which is fucking miles ahead of that. You see? This is just after a few weeks of this. I was giga impressed, bro. Dude's making progress. Like, you can tell too, right? Like, I ain't making this up, like, it's... I was super surprised, especially like before that it would be that he would like listen to feedback but would like, I don't know, like shy away from implementing it or like not going fully on it. Um, like I would tell him, do like squeeze on the like 100% black and just like, you know, squish the value range because it's like too hard for you to control. And he would come back and it would be kind of like the same issue. Like he would do a little better, but like maybe after another art it would be like back to 100% black. Or like he would have problem with oversaturating things. He still does. But like this time around he came back and just like, you know, purely just soaked in the feedback and I'm like, damn, dude. That's so good. But yeah, that's why I didn't stream. Actually, this is like one thing that really bothers me, that no matter where I put our call session, it always kind of like bumps into my stream. Which I could have what if I streamed early, but then I just didn't, and yo, let's paint the... Let's paint the sword. Very proud of the guy. Talking about teaching and art, uh, there's like a very skilled artist here on Twitch. He's Russian, so you guys just probably wouldn't like send you over to his channel because you wouldn't understand what he's saying. But he worked for like Riot and shit. He's like very well up in the industry. And he, I guess, also started doing this transition into teaching art because he probably clocked that this is where the money's at. So his idea is what he's doing. He's doing free lectures here on Twitch, just like on the basics. He does some feedback and shit. And then he records those. Doesn't save the VOD on Twitch, but then uploads it on like on some other platform that you can like subscribe to, right? That's his like idea. Today it was decided that the lecture would be on the anatomy. He started doing the lecture on the anatomy. He was reviewing some anatomy book and just like showing, and obviously, you know, in some anatomy books there would be some nudity, right? It's obvious that to study anatomy you would have to see dicks, you'd have to see boobas and stuff uncensored. Guess what happened next? He got he literally got banned on Twitch mid-stream teaching people anatomy. Wow. Hello now. You're welcome. Yeah. And he said that he got banned for... It was an auto ban for 1 day for child nudity or something. Like, what? The bot automatically banned him. Yeah, what a freaking... What a sad moment, really. But yeah, speaking about that guy, by the way, I think he was just one of the reasons recently why I was like, why I got excited about just grinding art for the sake of like art skills again. Because I don't know about you boys, but for some reason I kind of got away from that idea that it is important to get better at art. I don't know, I kind of like really got zoned in into just work, grind, and all that shit, and then just kind of forgot that your skill matters. You know, or like anybody really cares about your skill. Like, people do care, but it's like to different degrees, sort of. But like whenever other artists are like harshly judging each other and like teaching art or like talking about just like skills, who is there, uh, it is different kind of motivation. I don't know if you boys ever felt that. Kind of like an art skill judgment. It's not even about like, oh, let's get good enough for this or good enough for that. It's like, where do you stand amongst other artists skill wise? And that's kind of like, damn, dude. It's kind of hits home, you know. I forgot anybody cares. And like, of course they do, and they have never stopped. I just kind of forgot about it. It feels like it's been so long when I like thought about that. Hey, Lilium. Why chat, dude? Why you not greeting me, huh? You could definitely put your line art skills to use. But it is of no use though. Like, how can I benefit from that? And dude, that is, by the way, like the sketches that you saw me like pull up and stuff. This is without any practice. Like, those are just like the few pages that I made in like a week whenever I had like the initial inspiration for it. Right, but then I realized that it's taking too much time and I ain't progressing on anything. And I also, you know, big issue with those is that I don't post them. I don't know how to post them, where to post them. They're so... It just like slows down my pipeline of like getting commissions and finishing commissions and, you know... It is just... It just has no place in this kind of my art business model that I currently have. And like, where would I, you know, put them in? My workflow that just like start with line art? That's just super wasteful. I would have still been doing line art on this art instead of just rendering it. I see what you mean though. Like, I enjoy that a lot too. Like, just doing line art. It feels fun, especially to be honest, just painting people is freaking super fun. I think it's mostly about that as well, not only line art, but just like them. Draw cute cyber girls. Holy shit, man, I'll be... Sign me up. You know, sign me up. Yeah. Trust me, bro, I've tried it. I've given a few tries on it. It was my second take. Maybe, you know, maybe there will be a third take at some point. Third take on attempting to make it work. I think my idea was is that I would just rely on Twitch exposure while doing those, and see if I can grow that, but also like by also doing stream commissions and like living off of that, but then it just ain't enough. I just gotta do more commissions. Practice more at painting and shit. Drawing is very fun though, is what I can tell you. But it also feel good to sort of like cut it all out completely and just focus on one skill. Like right now I feel like my like skill development, it's very focused, and it's like I don't spend time doing the stuff that I don't need to do, which feels great. I think in nuclear you could have been doing the same. I think just like running commissions as much as I do, like any artist could have done that. I feel like people just aiming higher, like they just don't take their time, like, you know, running their socials and shit like that. Like a lot of people I see, they don't even bother taking commissions just because like it doesn't pay enough unless you like just literally do them 24/7. Which I mean, kind of makes sense. With all considering social media, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how you can promote your comic though. I have no idea myself. But hey, dude, if it was just like paintings, or if you wanted to do commissions of people's characters, just start painting whatever characters you want to get commissioned to paint. You know, and just post those bad boys online. That's literally it. There's no much secret about it. Are you going to try to profit from your comics somehow, by the way? Because there are ways to do that, aren't there? But I'm not sure about like posting under someone else's, um, like getting help of a publisher or something. I'm pretty sure all those contracts where people post like their manga, comics or stuff like that under somebody else, it's like always unfavorable. It's probably a good idea to also just somehow build up a following and then have like a Patreon going on with comics, or like your story building up there and people supporting you directly. But yeah, like the question is how to get there, how to get people to see your art and want them to support you directly. That's the question, dude. I don't know. What do I know about it? Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, 100%, all this stuff. You gotta give you all to it. What do you mean, to pick up what again? Satan! Hey, hey there, boss. Good evening. Good evening to you, my dude. I'm properly marketing and selling the books. Bro, best of luck to you in there. Hey, if you uncover some secrets on like how to do that and shit, like please share. Honestly, dude, I feel like YouTube can be such a freaking audience magnet. It would also probably be like a second job-ish, but if you can manage that, I feel like you can market freaking anything via that. You touched some grass today? Nice, exciting. What did you do? What did you do, my dude? Did you go on a date? A blind date? And ended up matching with uh Korean supermodel, an idol, and she was singing for you. Dude, nice, goddamn. And then you went shopping and lunch. Oh, then I guess you had to pay for everything, right? Damn those idols. Rich AF, but they ain't paying for their lunch. You think so? Shamata, thank you for the raid. Hey yo, welcome in. How did your stream go? What were you up to? Let me give you a follow and see what you'll be up to next time. I'm working on an original character commission, finishing today. Just did 3 hours yesterday and continuing today. Doing a little painting on it. A little bit of painting. Some traditional art? Hey, nice. Nice, feel free to share if you want to. Maybe doing some watercolor? Some ink? That's watercolor, right? Yes, you see the water and the color in there? That's how I know that it's watercolor. You wearing gloves too? What do you mean? What about leaking your brush? Do you leak? I've seen people leak their brush when they work with watercolors. Damn. You seem to know what you're doing, by the way. Good art. Cool. And I'm just painting digitally. I've pretty much never given traditional a fair go. It's always been digital. I don't know, I kind of feel like digital is superior, not gonna lie. I like digital a lot. HS. Yeah, do you sell your paintings, or like do you do any kind of like that stuff? Or do you just arting for fun? How will you do art in computers? Rebel? Oh, I'll do either tattoos or I mean yeah, all paintings. All else would do as well. No, it's badass to do traditional art. I think it's just a lot of hustle, you know. I think it's just way more, how to say, you gotta like care and pay attention way more to the stuff that ain't necessarily like art related sort of. You are a lot for fun, but I sell it too. That's nice. Yeah, also materials like cost money. That'll be one thing, right? Materials costing money, then just kind of like figuring out how like a brush works in traditional, or even like how this like this certain paint works. It's not necessarily about art, is it? Like art is about, you know, working out how to make a particular piece and like showing what you want to show with your tools. It's not about like getting out how tools work, and I feel like traditional is a lot about that. You know, so it has a lot of hurdles in your way on your way before you get to do the stuff that you actually want to do. But I guess that's also kind of the appeal of it as well. Last time I was doing any traditional myself was just pencil sketching during a figure drawing class. There were a lot of people who were doing like watercolors or like pencils and kind of different mediums in figure drawing classes. It was kind of fun to watch them. I usually never paint this saturated, but it's fun to try to implement these saturated colors in my art. I feel like that's kind of what my art has been lacking. Some saturation, some vibrancy, some contrast. If we try to make the armor reflect the wing, I feel like that's kinda... We should kinda do that. Yeah, I think we should. Maybe not much, but we should. Actually, this like rendering form beef usage of like just super saturated dark color is like challenging, but also quite satisfying. Like the result really speaks for it. The saturated light on top of it really works well. This blade looks sharp. This looks nice. Hey Machi. Yo, good evening, friend. Yes, yes. Keeping this streak going. Cannot afford for it to just run out like that. What about you, friend? What you up to? Yeah, home exhausted from work. Oh, I see. I see, my dude. I don't know, we're just like doing random things today instead of streaming early and gotta pay for that now. Gotta still do my work. Finished the quick commission from yesterday. It looking good, but definitely more rendering needed. Yeah, she's flexing. I'm super satisfied with the colors. Like out of everything here, like I feel like I'm getting better at my ability to build up saturation. Especially with, like with local colors. That's the thing that I really want to get good at. Kind of like not the saturation that is imposed by like lighting or a special effect, but just like the saturation that is just generally present in like the you know, let's say part of her body. That's what I really want to practice. Okay, boys, small break. I'll be right back. focus. Let's get right back to it. Hey Monk. Good evening. I assume it's morning for you. Hello, hello. Nice, nice. It'll be 11 p.m. very soon for me. I'm just quite sleepy. Looking scrumptious. Dude, these do pop really nice on this simple dark background. Hey, purple. You're drawing? Yo, thanks. What are you drawing right now? Aphrodite. Wait, that's from Greek mythology, or am I wrong? That sounds familiar. Nice armor looking shiny. The goddess of love, damn. Hey Onion. Yes indeed. You're welcome indeed. What's up? Well, were you not ready for it? Equip, hello, hello. Close and chains. Oh, thank you, bro. I'm actually quite tired. Actually quite tired. The good takeaway from this article already is that some saturation is really needed. Like, it's going quite hard on with just one hue, making it pop. Everything else desaturated. Just looks really tasty. I need to just take that as a rule of thumb for my art. Just have one color go crazy strong. That's what I love about it. Or maybe it's just like well set up light. Gotta makes it pop, and it's not the saturation, and I'm misunderstanding it. Oh, hey boys, I had somebody reach out to me on email, and it seems like we're gonna be doing a portrait commission soon. Probably next week, if they follow up on it. Rarely do I get commissioned portraits, but it seems like after that... what was her name? Valera. After that Valera art that I did, a lot of people started reaching out for a portrait. It just kind of shows. If you post art that people like, they're gonna reach out for a commission. I freaking love that it works that way. What can I do, dude? Clips leader 2? What is that, man? When did you become a clip leader? Brother, listen, it's 11 p.m. God, I'm barely holding on here. What can I say? Yeah, look at your badge. You're a clip leader. Oh shit, man. Congrats. I ain't sure what you have done, but you've done something. You either leading clips or leading people with your clips? I ain't sure. You tell us. What does it take to be a clip leader? Also, do. What kind of accusation is that, huh? 0 words in the last 5 minutes? How many words do you say per your stream, huh? You don't seem to be very verbal either. Oh, now this is unfair. I see. Yeah. Ain't just chat. You cannot be just chatting here, man. Talking has its cost. If you're talking, you cannot be having all of your chromosomes be constantly wiring and be directed at Artin. You have to dilute your attention to talking, which is, you know, you'll sacrifice a little bit of art. No, Sigurd, I'm literally just sitting here. Like, you hear the same sound that I do. Like, the little bit of wow music. It ain't a lot, though. You can hear it. Yeah, just sit in silence and art. I thought about having, like, YouTube videos play, but then... Dude, I kinda do like the silence. It is just, like, now it's, like, a little harder to tolerate because I'm just tired. Like, just literally exhausted because it's late. But during daytime, it's, you know, quite nice. Hey, Pin. Hey there, friends. Just doing some late night arting. Late evening arting, rather. Like this dragon person design? Yeah, dude, me too. I love the wings. I love the saturated red. If I wasn't streaming, I would be watching streams or YouTube videos while drawing. But it's actually so nice not to have that stuff playing. Again, like coming back to yesterday's stream topic, where I'm like completely addicted to all this crap. To all the streams, to all the videos, just... They make it really hard to focus on art, but yet you cannot stop watching them. I don't know, it's like Ligma of the 2025 century. White Pin Imposter is on YouTube and not here on Twitch? I don't know. Maybe he feels like you're creating a hostile environment here on Twitch, River. Just saying. Hey. So the music I'm working on, it's meditative state of mind, which is amazing. I think it's the opposite of meditative state. I don't think it's meditative. I feel like, well, no offense to you, Sigrid, but I feel like it's like people kind of misunderstand meditative by different things. But it does sort of similar things that meditation does to you. Basically, meditative is whenever you ain't thinking about anything, right? There's just like literally nothing in your mind, and you're trying to clear it of stuff. And I don't think that is possible whenever you're drawing, right? That is like you literally have something on your mind. But it does the same thing as of like it makes you... It helps you tolerate distractions better, you know? And it makes you less bored, but you have to tolerate the boredom first, right? So like, this is kind of not stimulating enough for me, but by tolerating being not stimulated, I'm capable of, you know, enjoying things normally, basically. So yeah, it's good, but it's also, well, quite challenging at first. Especially in the evening, though. That's why I like streaming in the morning and during daytime. Like I still have a lot of energy. I can just still sit here for hours. Bro, if I manage to wake up early tomorrow, it will be like an easy 8-hour stream. if I manage to come on here at maybe like 9, 10 a.m. Big reason I don't game anymore. Yeah, I mean gaming can be that. To be honest, to me, dude, like playing WoW ain't even that stimulating anymore. It's just fucking YouTube. I've noticed also, I rarely played WoW without like any streams and stuff, and that's kind of like normal. People game and they have like a gaming stream open and they look at their favorite streamers who play the same game, or they have YouTube. But have you like played WoW on its own? Like, have you just played WoW with like even nothing on the second monitor? Dude, that stuff ain't even that addictive. It's kind of just normal, you know? You're kind of just doing it, and then if you get bored, you kind of stop. Yeah, but if you have just fucking YouTube numbing you down, it's like, it's way more stimulating. Yes, if playful, or but just in general, like whatever you do, just play, you know, don't have anything else. Then it's kind of way less stimulating. And to be honest, that's how it's supposed to be. Things are supposed to be kind of nice and chill and not go crazy. You can focus on two things, sadly. Yeah, maybe that's for better. Honestly. Dude, I'm so hungry. You have no idea, boys. Well, I gotta go force my wife to make me some dinner. Be right back. Oh, dying of hunger. Generally, talk and focus on something at the same time. Oh, really? Yeah, I love doing it. Yeah, I told you like I used to sit in Discord voice chats and just like art 24/7. It used my favorite. They used to be my favorite thing to do. I would be surprised when there are people who just like leave the voice channel and say that they're gonna go do art. I was like, damn, what were you doing this whole time? Just talking to me? If you're sitting just talking to me, that's a goddamn waste of your time. Draw along, dude. Nice water soup for dinner. Yeah, with some fresh oxygen. Water with air. My favorite meal combo. Yeah, my sister says it's the same for her. She just cannot draw and paint at the same time. I don't know why you all struggling with that. To me, it's just normal. Congrats, sister with 10k. Hey, did she get there? Sister. No, she still has like 3 people to go. Damn, dude, we didn't make it. Yeah, it does jump. I ain't sure why. I don't know. I usually don't think that anybody really unfollows. I think it's just that accounts are getting banned. Or deleted, maybe. I don't think that's like literally you posting your art and people unfollowing you. That would be like hard to imagine. Hey Gija. Yo, what's up? You're amazing too, Sunshine. Thank you. Happy birthday. Hair onto the frog? I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. Wouldn't be lore accurate. I don't even wear red tie anymore. That's the old me look. I don't know, Gija. You're just a very polite person. You want to make your intentions known. Well, I don't know about so good, brother, but just arting. Just sitting indoors and spending my days just painting same stuff. It's like 5.5 so far. So far, 5.5 years well spent. Rest of my years arguably wasted. What about you? For how many years have you been arting? Well, so you graduated in art university? You dropped out? What happened? You don't like it there? Is the dragon skull on its crotch like their uncle or something, or they just think it looks cool? I think they're just they're pissed off. They're flexing. More like flexing. Flexing the bicep vein. To enter now university for animation in another country, but I didn't pass exam twice. You failed it twice? God damn, what happened? Why? No, that sounds unfortunate. Dropping out of one university to go to another, but not making that in. Yeah. Well, dude, I have no education at all. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. So what you doing now? You said it was 2016? 2016? That was a decade ago, goddamn. So you've been treating art seriously at that point already. Mark Burnett certificate, yeah. The only true qualification that matters. Dude, I actually wonder, by the way, Nuclear, or any of you guys, maybe you know, can we like look up someone else's work history? Hey Arif, yo, thanks man. Like, can we somehow look up who Mark Burnett worked as? Because I do have a suspicion, and I think that's might have confirmed that himself or something, that he was working as a 3D artist. He wasn't even like a concept artist or an illustrator or anything like of that kind. And then he teaches people illustration wearing a badge of being like a Blizzard artist. Kind of misleading, don't you think? Entered university in 2019, now I'm unemployed living with... Happens, dude. Hey, listen, at some point we all are unemployed living with our parents, isn't that right? I was there too. I moved back with my mom whenever I was 21 to start doing art. It wasn't fun, dude. I hated it. Well, not like I hated her, but it just like I feel like living with your parents is kind of tough. No matter how good they are or you are. LinkedIn or maybe Reddit or 4chan? Don't know. I doubt he's on LinkedIn. But I thought that maybe there will be like, maybe there's like a wiki page. Mark Burnett Wikipedia or something. We're preparing the brunette files for a special day. I guess feel like it would be misadvertising if you're like using your badge of like explicit artist to promote your services, but then I mean in reality, I don't even know. I think 3D art, that's definitely like it doesn't make you qualified to teach illustration. I mean, he did some cool art though in that time in Blizzard, so maybe it's like not worth looking into that. But still though, even if he did, that's kind of like a little misleading. Maybe I'm just digging on the guy for no reason. No, not to that extent. I don't think like Mark Burnett was like hired because he's bad or anything, and was like just like sitting there browsing Reddit. But if he did like just exclusively 3D art, but then his school ain't about 3D art, it's about like, you know, 2D art, basics in 2D art. Need answers. Yeah. Senior character artist. Oh, damn. Was he working on HUDs and Overwatch, right? Or something like that? Heroes of the Storm and Overwatch, I believe. I mean, if it was that, if it was concept art, that's definitely justified. I don't know, just like some stuff like he paints right now, like it doesn't seem like a freaking Blizzard quality concept artist, to be honest. Although, who am I to judge, dude? Who am I to judge? Yeah, I think I did watch that a long time ago, but I think he mentioned that he got into Blizzard while being like 22, like 21 or something. He said he was like the youngest person, like freaking ever to get into Blizzard or something like that. God damn, dude, imagine. Imagine being in like early 20s getting into Blizzard. It's okay though. I'll grow up and I'll be working in Blizzard too. One day. All the breast milk. Oh yeah. Yeah, on that topic, do you guys remember the taste of breast milk? Just like from your childhood, from like your earlier memories? Do you remember the taste? I feel like I do. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like I remember the taste. In fact, dude, I am quite freaking certain that I do remember the taste well. I remember that it was watery and sweet. No, dude, it tastes nice. It tasted very, very nice. Watery and sweet. And I think it should be correct because I remember reading all like the nutrition of it, and it's actually sweeter. Like it has just more sugar than like a cow's milk, for example. So it explains why it's why it's sweet. And I think it's also just like has less fat than cow milk as well. So that's why watery. They sell breast milk at the groceries? No, they don't. What? Did you start as a senior artist thing? Oh yeah, what we know. For babies and stuff. You mean like the grocery store stuff? You think they be drinking it too? Mm. Damn lucky. Somebody said that if it's floating around instead of being on places. Floating around? Not sure, maybe it's like a separate app that like makes it float. Not sure. You mean it's like not stationary? I've never seen that. But hey, in WoW people modify their UI a lot. Maybe it's also like a little bit of that. Not inside blocks? No idea, bro. That's how I have it. I guess it's also floating, but I don't know, like, you just... Why not? You see this space between the color wheel and color slider? This space has been deliberately, carefully calculated for it to be like that. Also for them not to be aligned. This is very important. It increases your creativity by like 7.9%. 6 to 9 to 7.9, I would say, the percentage of creativity gains by this. You see this? Beautiful. Put a green screen behind themselves and drop the green out with chroma filter. Yes. I have a green screen behind me and I decided to manually put this like mattress behind me that's standing leaning on the wall. That's my creativity use, dude. You would rather die? Alright, you probably wouldn't rather die. Relax there. I think if you were to choose between not having your brush settings on the screen and die, you probably wouldn't choose dying. Come on. But also, it's just static, no? You just set it to pressure sensitivity, and then you're good. Why would you have your opacity be set not on pressure sensitivity, though? Yeah, I don't know, I don't like fiddling with the settings. Especially brush settings in Clip Studio are like, I don't know, they have like 10 separate windows for the brush settings and none of them does anything. So just keep it off the screen. No, bro, no. But to each their own. I think if you like the way you're doing it, I wouldn't be forcing my ways onto you. Definitely wouldn't want for you to die because you don't have an opacity slider. That is an overstatement. How much darker the saturated version looks. Nice. Imagine soon I'll be typing 2026 on this. Must you learn a brunette's course? Dude, nothing. It's a waste of money and time. Also, I didn't even take the full course either. Brunette's course is just repackaged basics. Like literally, there is nothing that you should pay for. It is all just stuff available for free for just like a Google search. Done many times by all the other artists. In a way, like more understandable and like better packaging, just in a way better. I don't know how to say it. Basically, he ain't doing like better job of like explaining it or structuring it or anything. Doesn't even give you like any kind of assignments or anything. At least like that's what it's been like 5 years ago whenever I tried it. I don't know, maybe it's like, it's groundbreaking now, maybe it has changed, because he, like, I guess he iterates on it. Or something, develops it still. Not sure though, not sure, don't quote me on that. You got me, Bomb? I look different today? Really? Different from what? And boys, we're finished with this art. We've done 6 hours. Yeah, looking good, looking crisp. Let me save this. It is a quick commission, so I'm pulling it down after 6 hours of work. The hair like this? Oh, I just washed it. Just washed it today. Do you like it? Yeah, a little more, little curlier. Oh, dude, this is 100th commission of this year. Not bad, not bad. And the finished artwork number 116. Dude, imagine we've done 16 personal pieces. What a waste. I think last year I did like maybe 3 or 4 throughout the whole year. I mean, I'm joking though, ain't a waste. Doing personal art is awesome. Alright, Sunshines, but this is enough for today. It's nearly midnight. It's like 11:50 p.m. Kinda exhausted, so gonna go to bed. Streak is going though. Streaming for 4 days in a row, and hopefully gonna come back tomorrow. I want to get up earlier and stream for longer. Right, team? See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Gonna be doing some Nightborn Elf art tomorrow.